What's up, y'all? We are back for another episode. Got quite a bit to talk about. So get ready. This is episode 7 of Keeping It Rell, the podcast.
You listening to a man trying to come up until you dumb fucks. Why even try to run up? Cause I'm just trying to stack my chips like playing poker till the sun up. I've been all in since the first time I picked my son up. I'm with whatever, and I'ma take this road as far as I can take it. So even if the wheels fall off, I walk to make it. See, you can slow me down, but you can never stop me.
Update on myself. Um, so, like I said, I've been trying to do an episode a week. I haven't been doing it. And it's just to the point where I'm just like, whenever I can do an episode, that's when I'm going to do it. Today is one of them days I can do it. I got the time, so I'm knocking it out. But what have I been doing? Working. I've been working. And also uh, doing a lot of writing. For those of you who may not know, I know some of you, a lot of you know, but I do everything myself. I do all the writing. I I do all the writing for my skits and my scripts. I do. I produce this podcast. Of course, I host it and I edit it. I do the audio. I do it all myself. Even for my skits, everything I do myself. So that's why my time be very limited. So, but now what I've done was I decided to start getting some help, at least in one area, which is writing. I got a writing partner now, guys. Yes. And she has been a big help for me because I got three scripts I gotta finish. They're full length feature scripts that I have to complete. So she's helping me with that, and she's very good, and I'm happy, man, because I got someone who's as passionate as me, and also can be creative. She's not someone that's just gonna. She's not someone that's just gonna say, "Hey, Terrell, you should make a script about this," and that's it. And that's it. It's like, "Hey, make a script about this. Now go do it." You know, she's someone that's gonna be like, "Hey, listen, let's sit down, let's bounce some ideas off of each other. Here's my ideas, here's your ideas. I come up with something, she come up with something. She edit my idea, I edit her idea, and it's I like the way it's going. So that's good. So I have that. Um, so that's what I'm doing. As far as my stand up, I'm just gonna keep doing that myself until further notice. Help was offered to me for that, to help me uh, do it and make my sets more tight. But I mean, I'm just gonna continue doing that myself because my humor is very specific. It's a very specific type of humor, and everybody don't have the same humor as me. So I just need to perfect my style of humor and into a good stand up set. So that's what I'm gonna do. So that's what I'm working on. That's what I've been doing, and also auditioning. Um, my agent is trying to get me into bigger projects. Got me some auditions for bigger things. And so now I'm like, kind of gotta be more, I kind of gotta censor myself. At least I feel like I should censor myself because the clips, they get out there. They get out there. So last thing I need is to miss out on an opportunity because I said something wild on this podcast, and so I'm not gonna be as I mean, I'm still gonna keep it real. Don't get me wrong. I'm still gonna keep it real, but there's gonna be some topics that I probably won't go too in depth about, like the situation with Jay Z. There's nothing funny about that situation. But I also don't want to say too much about it, except that, it's the elephant in the room. I know people probably expecting me to talk about that. So, my thought on that, I mean, all I'm going to say is I really hope that it's not true because no one, well, for those of you who probably has been living under a rock or don't pay no attention uh, to what goes on in hip hop, Jay Z is being accused of forcefully involving himself with a 13-year-old with P. Diddy and someone else. So, so I just hope it's not true because I think it's terrible for anyone to go through something like that. Like anyone to be a victim of someone doing that to them, whatever the thing that the 13-year-old girl is accusing Jay Z of, I hope that she did not go through that. I really do, because that's a terrible thing, and it's terrible for and people who do that to people forcefully, involve themselves with people, no matter what age or gender you are. Yo, that's a terrible thing to do, and people who do that are terrible. And so I hope that this isn't true for her sake, because you know, because to be a victim of that is a terrible thing. But also, if it is true, then I hope she gets her justice. I hope justice gets served. And so that's all I'm gonna say about that. That's it. Um, Now, Travis Hunter, huh? First of all, congrats to Travis Hunter on winning the Heisman Trophy. But what's with his girlfriend or fiance? Yeah, look, I be hearing people say that she's chasing the bag. That's what I hear. And at first I was just like, yeah, but you don't know that, all right? But then there was a clip of her after he won a game and he was trying to celebrate with her, and she wasn't. He tried to show some physical affection to her, like he tried to kiss her, right? As what people do after they won something, they're trying to celebrate something. And he wants to kiss his fiance, and she just went, like she didn't want him to kiss her. So everybody started going, you know what? She don't really want him. He should leave her. All these things. He's just after the money. But what I thought when I saw that clip was you don't know what they went through that day. Like maybe she was upset with him. Maybe they got in an argument earlier that day, and so and she's probably just like, yo, I know you just won this game, but I'm still mad at you for doing that thing you did or saying that thing you said before this game. And, we haven't had time to talk about it because you was playing this game. Like, I'm still mad at you. Now, there's a time and a place for everything. So I feel like she probably should have just, fake it in front of the public, man. We don't need to know that y'all going through something. That was my only thing. So for those of y'all who haven't seen it, I will play this clip of that.
Coach Prime will certainly have an incredible last memory of taking the field with his sons, Shador and Shiloh, here at Folsom Field at home.
Yeah, so there's the clip. I'm like, I already said what I thought. They probably got into it. I mean, I've been there before. Yeah, I was in a relationship where it could be the Christmas. It could be Christmas, and everybody's handing, it's a family gathering. Everybody's laughing, joking, handing out gifts to each other, having a good time. And I'm trying to, like, be like, hey baby, trying to, have a good moment with her during, just letting the vibes be. And my girl hasn't gotten over whatever it is she was upset with me about before the family came over, or before we got to where that family gathering was. So that don't mean she don't love me. That just meant that we haven't gotten past what it is that whatever she got upset with me about. And so that's how I took it. So I'm like, nah, nope, that don't mean she's chasing the bag. But then the Heisman situation where he won the Heisman Trophy, and his girlfriend would not stand up. Coach Prime, or Deion Sanders, if you know by his real name, had to tell her to stand up and clap for this guy. Um, I saw a clip like that on somebody's Instagram, and I just I didn't like that at all. Cause I'm like, no way. Like, this dude just won like one of the biggest awards in NCAA, and you're not even going to publicly show that you're happy for him on your own. You have to be told to stand up. Here, I'll play the clip. I'll play it. Hey, come on, come on, man. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe she didn't stand because maybe she just knew he was gonna win already. Like I'm always trying to, like, defend her and stuff because I want to believe that this is real love right here. I want to believe, but especially since he defends her all the time. He always goes online and be like, "Yo, my girl, you know what I'm saying? Back up off her. We and her, she love me for real. I love her. It's just how we are, blah, blah, blah." So I'm like, all right, maybe she just knew he was going to win and then all that. So, so she was just like, yo, it's just a Tuesday to me. I knew this was going to happen. But then he was taking pictures with his fans. And she had an attitude with that. Talking about some, am I supposed to just sit here all day? Hey, Travis Hunter's fiance, you signed up for this. It's part of the game. He's an athlete. Hey, if you can't handle this now, you're going to have a rough time when he gets to the NFL. Because this guy is going to be, he's going to have fans coming up to him all the time. He's going to have the press, all type of stuff. TMZ going to be following him around. Hey, you about to have a tough time. You're dating a professional athlete, or, future professional athlete. How are you not happy for him that he's getting all this attention and success at this early of a stage? I mean, I think they're making money now because NCAA players can get paid now. It's like, yo, just sit back. Like, even if you, and here's the thing. Another thing about girls saying that she's chasing the bag. If she's actually just chasing the bag, she's on the verge of messing it up. She's about to fumble that bag. Like, a girl who's actually chasing the bag, dude, After he won that game, she would have jumped in his arms. Baby, congrats! Ooh, he would have called her, and then he would have kissed her and all that, and then they would have had a great moment. Dude, a girl who's chasing the bag plays her role. My guy, like, guys, she plays her role. A girl who's just chasing the bag. Like, she's gonna keep a smile on her face. She's gonna be like Taylor Swift every time Travis Kelsey makes a catch. She's gonna be, that Heisman, dude. A girl who's actually chasing the bag after he won that Heisman trophy, she would have been, she probably would throw her panties on stage. You don't know. You don't know. A girl chasing the bag plays her role. Like, are you kidding me? Dude, there's 26-year-olds dating 80-year-olds and pretending like putting on such a great performance, they will literally try their best to get you to believe that she is actually attracted to this man. That's a girl who's chasing the bag. This chick right here, if anything, she's showing that she don't care about the accolades. She don't care about how the world views him. I'm upset with you right now, and you're gonna know that because that's what's real. Like, I'm really upset with you. It's I don't know. Like, if she's happy with them, then she's gonna show that she's happy with them. If she's not happy with them, then she's gonna show that she's not happy with them. She's just seeing the type of person that's just not gonna fake it till she make it. It's like it's real. And, she don't care about all that. She don't see him as a star. She sees him as Travis Hunter, her boyfriend, her fiance. So she don't have him on a pedestal. However, she do need to learn that she's in the public eyes now, and the people are watching you. And right now, maybe it's not. Maybe the public's opinion is not having an effect on your relationship now, but at some point it can wear you guys down, and it can mess up. It can continue. It could get to either to one of y'all heads or both of y'all heads, and then it can really mess things up. So she just has to realize that, like, just be that supportive wife in public. I'm pretty sure that she's very supportive. I mean, I would assume, I'm not gonna say I'm pretty sure, I would assume she's very supportive of him behind the scenes and in private. She just needs to do that in public. And just do it, like, study Ayesha Curry. Be Ayesha Curry in public with Travis Hunter. Be that. No one questioned if Ayesha Curry really loves Stephen Curry. No one questioned that. No one questioned if LeBron James's wife really loves him. No one questioned that. And she don't be up cheering for this guy and all that either. But, like, we know that they're in love. So, so that, she just gotta study that, and just do better at, doing things in public and showing affection in public. Just do better at that. That's all. That's all. And if y'all beefing before y'all come outside, push it to the back, man. You outside. You guys are working. Well, he's working, and you're there, and you're part of his representation. Like, you're there representing him, supporting him and representing him. You can make him look bad the same way he can make you look bad. So you both gotta be like, save the beef for at home, or save the beef for off cameras. But in front of the cameras, out in public, fake it, smile, laugh. Just do that, man. But maybe they'll learn. I don't know. Or he might. I mean, she better figure it out, or else he might do a Dwayne Wade. Be like, all right, shorty, you don't know how to play the game. I'm about to go ahead and find a girl who plays the game, Gabrielle Union. She knows. She's experienced in this. So, hey, if she's chasing the bag, she's doing a bad job doing it. But I don't think she's chasing the bag. I don't think she cares about that too much. So there's that. Caitlin Clark won Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year award. Let me say that again. Caitlin Clark won Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year award. Look, women, why do y'all hate each other so much? She got so much backlash for that. And it's mostly women that's upset about this. An owner, I don't know if she's a current owner or a past owner of a WNBA team, but she spoke out and she was like, Caitlin Clark should not have that. Like, why does she have to have it? It should be the whole league. The whole WNBA should have won Athlete of the Year. Because it's like, you can cause friction. Like, it ain't no one person. Hey, woman who said that. And all women who's hating on Caitlin Clark. They even try to make it a race thing. Like, oh, she only got it because she's white. It's like, first, or maybe she got it because she single-handedly is the reason why viewership tripled. Her games sell out. Who else's games was selling out during the season besides Angel Reese? Go ahead. I'll wait. I'll wait on the answer. Like, come on. They didn't put Kate. This Olympics was one of the highest viewed Olympics of all time. And there were so many empty seats for the women's Olympic Team USA basketball team. They couldn't even sell out the Olympics. And that's the whole world watching. The whole world is watching this. The whole world is buying tickets to these Olympic games. And they couldn't even fill those seats up without Caitlin Clark being there. Like, come on. She should definitely have Athlete of the Year. She changed the game. All those charter jets that y'all was crying about having in the WNBA, now y'all got them. Now y'all got them. You know? Now y'all paychecks gonna have an extra, y'all paychecks are about to start having an extra comma on them because of Caitlin Clark. She's doing things that we only seen Stephen Curry do. And she's doing it in the WNBA. So it's like, and people want to see that. That's why she won Athlete of the Year. She literally changed the whole league. She changed it. People are watching now. I started watching the WNBA. This year, I started watching it. Dude, I got homies that was like, hey, man, you want to come with us to this WNBA game? I never heard one of my guys say that. They just on Instagram posting themselves courtside at a WNBA game. Hers. It's like, come on, man. That's why she got Athlete of the Year. Hey, when LeBron James won Time Magazine Athlete of the Year, the NBA didn't cry about it. When Messi won Time Magazine Athlete of the Year, men's soccer didn't cry about it. But when women's soccer started getting some attention and Time Magazine wanted to put one of them in their magazine, they had to make a whole women's soccer team Athlete of the Year to keep something like this from happening. Because women just don't stick together. Like, congratulate each other, man. Be happy that this one person won. This one person brought attention to your league, which can lead, or I'm sorry, not can lead, which will lead to you guys making more money. She raised the attendance at y'all games, and she raised the viewership, the TV viewership, which can lead to you guys to the league, the WNBA getting TV deals with these networks, which can lead to y'all having bigger paychecks and better jets and just better stuff. Like, what? Come on, man. They should be thanking her. That's what they should do. But or just keep making $50,000 a year. Just keep doing that. Let her make the millions. So there's that. I mean, I don't like that. Women really need to start sticking together. Okay, you guys, I women really make this world go around. Like, dude, like I love females, bro. I love women, man, and I just really want y'all to I want y'all to win. Let's just put it like this. Like, I'm one of the guys that's like rooting for y'all. Like, come on, y'all. But y'all just be tearing each other down, man. Y'all can't even vote for each other to become president. It's like, figure it out, ladies. Figure it out. Y'all in your own way. Y'all in your own way now. But you guys will figure it out. You guys will figure it out. And thankfully for you guys, there are women who is doing what they do to break through these barriers and it still make some progress for women. Like, there's women who are part of coaching staffs in the NBA. There's women who's managed to break through that, regardless of the hate that she might have gotten from other women. And there's female referees in the NBA. There's female referees in the NFL, I think. I mean, you guys are getting there, but you guys can get there a lot faster if y'all stick together. All right, stop tearing each other down, embrace each other. Even if it's one girl that's leading the way, get behind her and then she'll be able to pull all you guys ahead with her. Like, Caitlin Clark can literally bring the WNBA from down here to up here. All right. Like, y'all can one day become neck and neck with the NBA, or at least close to it. At least close to the NBA. But y'all gotta get behind her. The NBA got behind Jordan. The NBA got behind Jordan. The NBA got behind Kobe. The NBA got behind LeBron James. Look at them. They're making $200 million a year. To sit out. To sit out. The NBA players don't even want to play. They making so much money. They just call in sick. Ain't that something? I don't want to keep watching that. Women show up to hoop. That's one thing I say. I watched the WNBA this year. These women hoop. Like, when they miss games, they're in crutches. But when them crutches is gone, they suiting up. They suiting up. LeBron James. They could say LeBron James sprained his ankle or whatever. And this dude, the Lakers got a game over here in Oklahoma City or something. This dude, LeBron, is at a party in New York just dancing and stuff. Like, it's like, hey, that ankle ain't looking sore to me. He just didn't want to play. And he ain't the only one that do that. They all do it. I don't want to keep watching that. I would love to watch a league of athletes who actually want to show up and play. And the WNBA is that. So, I would like to see more of that. So, yeah, help each other out, guys. But help each other out. Jamie Foxx. I'm looking at my notes here. Jamie Foxx had a stand-up special that came out. What is it called? Oh, yeah. Jamie Foxx had a stand-up special that came out. It's called What Had Happened Was. It came out on Netflix. And it's I liked it. It wasn't what I expected, but that's a good thing. I like what he did. Like it really made me feel all these different emotions. This dude made me laugh. He kept me interested in what he was talking about, and I got a concert, so I got entertained. And and your boy, your boy shedded a few. I shedded a few. Hey, look, I can admit that. I can admit that. Jamie Foxx comedy stand-up special made me cry. I'm like, what? What is this? This is supposed to be comedy. Why am I crying? And it's crazy because as I was watching this, as I was watching the special, he was talking about his daughter. That while he was unconscious, she every day she would play the guitar, and or he maybe he wasn't unconscious, maybe he was like giving up or something, or accepting his fate or something like that. I don't know. But he said his daughter every day will bring that guitar to the hospital and play it for him on the side of his bed. And so he was saying that. And as he was saying that, my mind was like, yo, you're Jamie Foxx and your daughter is a musician. You have a stand-up special where you are 100% in control of whatever and whoever comes on that stage and whatever happens on that stage. The least, like, you mean to tell me you're not gonna? I said, I was like, if he should definitely have his daughter play the guitar on stage. And then my mind was, and so I'm like, if he don't, that's crazy, man. But then I'm like, if he don't, maybe she just don't want to play in front of a crowd. Maybe she got stage fright or something and don't want that type of attention. So if that was the case, this is literally what's going through my mind as he's telling this story about his daughter playing the guitar. And then as I reached the point where I'm like, you know what? Maybe she don't want the attention. Maybe he do want it, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. He don't have to bring her on this stage. Tell the story, Jamie. As I'm saying that, and I made my peace with that, she comes out. She comes out on stage with the guitar. And tears. Doop. I dropped one tear here. Or here, somewhere. One tear came out my right eye. And I said, Terrell, don't you do it. That's it. That's the only tear that's gonna drop. Alright? You a thug. You a thug. Thugs don't cry like that. Now watch. And I watched. Then she started playing the guitar. And I'm like, she's really good at that. It's nothing to cry about. I'm just watching in amazement. She's a very good guitar player. And I'm watching. And then he starts crying in the back behind her, telling her to play. Play, baby, play. And I'm like, felt a little something in my throat, But I got it back together. I was like, yeah, right, yeah. Tell her to play. Yeah, that's right. Tell her to play. That's what you do. And I'm still watching, intrigued. And then I said, man, he's crying. The audience is crying. I dropped a tear. She ain't crying. So that's good. I said, if she starts crying, I think I'm going to lose it. But she's holding it together. I'm going to hold it together. All right? And then the end came. And then she started crying. And that was it for me. That was it. Yep. The levee broke on that one. Your boy was where I had to pause it. So it was I had to pause it and let that on out, man. I had to let it out because the kids, man, your kids, like who those I don't know who all has kids or who all don't, but man, like the kids, it's a different type of love you have for your kids. Trust me, man. It's a whole nother level, and I love to see parents embracing their kids like that. Like that was very good to see, and so it hit me. And even that sentence where she was like, "Well, I always wanted to play with you, so this is my chance to. I always wanted to perform with you, so now this is my chance." Or something she said. Whew. And he was like, "Well, we gonna do that then." And then they started singing while he started singing while she played the guitar. Man, yeah, man. I it touched me. So it was a good show, man. I really liked it. So I suggest you guys go check out his stand up special. It's really his stand up special was special, and so it's gonna make you laugh. It's gonna make you cry, and it's gonna keep you interested. So that's cool. Um, One thing about my notes is that I'll just write a sentence and that's it. And I write my notes like days, maybe sometimes even a week and a half before I actually start recording this. And I guess at the time I'll feel like talking about a subject, so I'll write it here. And then now I'm just like, I don't know if I want to talk like, or I'll be like, what happened with that? Like it says school Gen Z not talk computers. School Gen Z not talk computers. That's what my note says. And I'm like, what? But now I know what I wanted to say. I just don't know. All right. So Gen Z, what are y'all learning in school, man? Are y'all being taught how to use computers? Like I know y'all know how to use apps and stuff, but I'm talking about like, are y'all being taught how to type on keyboards? Is what I'm saying, or at least taught how to do it efficiently. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because this situation, the person, whatever they watched this, and I found out that they watched this. So, it's one and one of the people who the girl who I'm referring to is so anyway. This is why I'm saying this, right? So it was this girl, right? She's like 25, 26. She was showing me how to use this app. Now I'm 35 years old. Okay, so one thing the the Gen Zers know how to do is they know how to work some apps. So she was trying to teach me how to use this app on the computer, an actual desktop computer. So so on the app, she had to put in her password, right? Her username and password, and in her password it has numbers in it. And so you know how on the keyboard you got the numbers on this side, right? On the right side. So she's trying to type the numbers into her password and it wouldn't work, right? So she starts getting frustrated. She's going, she's going, what? Why isn't it working? And so I'm like, I said, because the number lock button is off. I said, you got to hit the number lock button. And she said, what number lock button? There's no number lock button. I said, the number lock button. And she's like, there's no such thing as a number lock button. You just saying that. It's like you're just saying things. It's like, but it's not working. Oh my God, I gotta start the computer over. I gotta reset the computer. And she was about to reset the computer, the whole computer. And I said, no, you have to hit the numbers lock button. It's right there. And I pointed at it. And she was like, but that button is for it's for the numbers? I said, yes, just press it. And she was being stubborn, right? You could just tell she's very stubborn. And she didn't want to just push the button, right? So I said, okay. And so I noticed that. So I'm like, all right, use the other set of numbers then. You don't have to restart the computer, just use the other set of numbers. And she said, what other set of numbers? There's no other numbers on the keyboard. And I said, and I'm like, the numbers above the letters. And she said, there's no numbers above the letters. What is that? And then she sees him, the numbers, and she's like, oh. And I'm like, and I step back and I'm like, oh my God. They don't get taught. I don't think Gen Z gets taught how to type on actual computers at school. Like when I was in school, I think I was in like, man, maybe first grade where I they forced us to take a computer class. Like it wasn't no electives. It wasn't like you had to. It's like you had to get to the next grade, to get to second grade, you had to pass computers, you had to pass reading, math, English, social studies, and social studies. And so, and to pass computers, they time you on how fast you can type. And if you can't type at the speed that you're supposed to be typing at, you failed the class. You failed the class, you got to repeat the first grade. That's just how it went. So, so I'm just like, I don't think they're probably getting taught on laptops. Like, do y'all have laptops at school? And that's all y'all know how to type on, or is computers class just an elective and y'all just like, I ain't picking that. I'd rather do something else. Like I don't know what it is, but I was very surprised. And one thing I've also noticed, I don't know if anyone has ever used a computer after someone in Gen Z, then the Gen Z generation has used it, but they love caps lock. Like instead of just holding shift to make an uppercase letter, they use cap lock. And I'm like, and they keep it on. So you come behind them and you type in, it's all uppercase. And it's like, what the? It's annoying. So I don't know what they're being taught in school. And then also it's like, it's a lot of things that they don't know. And it amazes me because one, it's making me realize that I'm getting old, which is fine. Because aging is a blessing. So I'm okay with that. But it also is, I notice that I'm sounding like, as I'm talking to younger people, I notice that I'm sounding like how the older people when I was coming up sounded. Like how they was getting on me. Like, you really don't know how to do that? They not teaching y'all this in school? They're not teaching y'all that in school? And I'm like, and now I'm doing the same thing. Here I am. And I'm just like, man, the curriculum just keeps changing, huh? It's like they're trying to. All right, what is this? Oh, man. So someone got mad at me for not knowing her name. And she always speaks to me. It's been about maybe 3 months. And I didn't know her name, right? She got mad at me and she ain't spoke to me since then, which is fine because I don't really care. But it made me think like this keeps happening, right? Like I've noticed that I can hang out with people or talk to someone or people and I'll never ask them their name. And you would think that would be the first thing you do, right? Not me, man. Not me. I'm not gonna ask you what you do for a living, and I'm not gonna ask you your name. And it's not because I don't care, right? It's because my mind is like it's some people that I meet and I just think like we're not gonna get close or anything. So I don't need to know all this information about this person. Like we're not gonna we might never talk again. And if we do talk again, it's not gonna be like we're not gonna like hang out, we're not gonna get close, we're not gonna talk on the phone, we're not even gonna exchange numbers. So I don't need to know what they do. I don't care about knowing. I don't need to know what their name is and all that because who cares? Like I'm never gonna walk by you and be like, yo, Bridget, what's going on? Like I'm never gonna do that. I'm never gonna speak to you first. I'm only gonna speak to you if you say hi to me. Like literally, like they'll be like, "Hey, what's your name?" "Oh, my name's Terrell." "Okay, cool. Nice to meet you." I'm like, "Yeah, nice to meet you too." And then I go, "All right, see you." I'm not gonna go. "Oh, my name's Terrell. What's your name?" Like I don't do that because I'm like, I just feel like I just feel like it's not gonna go beyond that because I'm just not interested in going beyond that. Now, if you're the type of person that I'm interested in going beyond that and actually getting to know, then yeah, I'll ask you your name, all that. We'll have a real, actual conversation, exchange numbers, we'll talk, and hang out and stuff. But if you know, it's very I'm very specific on the type of people that I'll actually try to get to know. I'm very specific. Um, and then that's just how I am, man. Like I don't need to know everybody that's around me or that I'm around. I just don't feel the need to, you know. And plus, I'm not. I don't like faking either. You know, I don't want to pretend like I want to talk to you or want to be around you. I don't want to pretend like I want to do that either. So I just keep it short. Everything is small talk. Uh, like another thing happened that's kind of along the lines of this is that I was hanging out with some friends, right? Some actual friends, but also I was hanging out with some of their friends. Okay, so we all took a group photo together, all of us. Boom, boom, did it. I posted it on my IG story, on my Instagram story, and all of a sudden I started, and I don't know how this happened because I didn't hashtag this person, I didn't tag this person or nothing. I just posted a photo with all my friends and their friends, and also this person was in it. But I posted it, and all of a sudden, I started getting all of these Glenn Powell um, fans just just came out of nowhere, just following me on Instagram. Some people was DMing me like, "Oh my God, you know Glenn Powell? I'm such a huge fan." I'm like, and this is happening, and I'm just like, and I'm not responding to anything because I'm like, who the hell is Glenn Powell? Who is that? So I clicked on one of the fan pages because I'm like, who the hell is this guy? So I look and I see this person has all his photos all over the place, right? All over the page. And I'm like, now this is why I said this because um I see him and I'm like, oh yeah, that guy was here. He was at the thing with us. He was at the bar with us hanging out and also he came to the show and all that. And I said, his name is Glenn Powell. I didn't know that was his name. You know, we have mutual friends, and every time when I would see him, they call him GP. They never called him Glenn. Like I never heard anybody call him Glenn, so I never knew his name. And also, I didn't know that he's been hanging out with us for quite a bit. Cause I even told I was talking to one of my guys, to one of our mutual friends. I was like, man, I got a bunch of Glenn Powell's fans slid in my DMs and stuff because I posted the photo of us when we hung out that night at so and so, and I'm like, man, that's crazy that I met him that night, and my homie was like, he was like, you didn't just meet him that night, like he's been hanging out with us, he hung out with us a few times, and I'm like, when? It was like at this thing, at that thing, at that thing, and I'm like, That was him. I don't be knowing, bro. I don't be knowing, man. Look, I just live my life. I just live my life. You know, that's all. That's what I do. You know, because one minute the guy has long hair and a mustache, next minute the guy got short hair, next minute he got a cap on, and I'm like the people in, I'm like the people in the Superman universe. You know what I'm saying? You know how Superman put the glasses on, he's Clark Kent, can't nobody recognize him. People don't know he's Superman. That's how I am. You change one little thing about your appearance, and I don't see you every day, or if I don't see you enough, within a year or within a month, whatever you look like a completely different person to me. I'm not gonna know who you are. That's how I am. This guy, like, he cut his hair, and I was just like, oh, it's a new guy here. Who's this guy? And the next time I see him, as a baseball cap on, and he has no mustache and stuff, and I'm like, oh, it's another guy here. It's another guy. I promise you guys, when I first that because now I'm thinking back to, like, now I realize who he was this whole time. And I'm like, yes, I have hung out. Glenn Powell has hung out with us a few times. I no lie, I thought he was somebody's accountant, bro. I ain't never asked the guy what he did. Whenever I saw him hanging with us, I just was like, oh, he's this new guy. You know, he's a friend of a friend. He's here with them. He ain't here with me. He's here with them. You know, and I'm just there hanging out. We're just hanging out with our friends. But I thought he was one of their accountants. Cause you know, when you hang out I mean, come on, people. Y'all don't know me. Y'all all don't know me personally, but you know, my social circles is like it's people who's known. You know, they're public figures. They have money. They got representatives. They got agents. They got managers. They got accountants, business partners, all type of things. And sometimes they come by. They hang for a little bit, then they get up out of there. You know, so it's like I'm thinking that's. I thought he was one of their accountants. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, and I don't like the, you know, I'll even see a girl hanging with us, and I'll be like, listen, I'm about to go ahead and try to shoot my shot at that, and they'd be like, yo, listen, stop talking to my stylist, bro. That's my employee. Like, don't do that. And I'm like, so now I'm just like, you know, I'm just not gonna bother nobody. Whoever I don't know personally, I'm just not gonna talk to nobody. I'm gonna let my friends talk to their people, and I'll just talk to my friends type shit. Like, but that's how I am, man. I just be oblivious, man. I don't get to know nobody's names. I don't get to know what nobody do. I just live my life, bro. That's just how I am. That's just how I am. It is what it is. Uh, Man, I took up a lot of time here. I was supposed to watch. You know, I am gonna do it. I'm doing it. It says news bloopers. I think there was a video I wanted to do. Guys, I like to watch bloopers, movie bloopers, news bloopers, and so it was. I'm only gonna do one clip because I done took up a lot of time. Uh, or I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what we do. Forget it. Hey, it's my show. I can do what I want. Hey, it's my show. I'm the host and I'm the producer. I can do what I want when I want. Hey, I can make this episode be 2.5 hours, like a 50 Cent interview that I need to continue watching. Yo, Andrew Schultz and 50 Cent's interview, um, that's out now. It's like 2.5 hours long, bruh. That dude, I'm only 20 minutes in, and it is hilarious. As a matter of fact, I was watching that before I started recording this, and I was just sitting there just watching it and watching it, and I could have sworn it felt like maybe 50 minutes that went by, and I looked, it was only like 15 minutes that went by, and I'm like, wow, man, this is long. But I was entertained. I've been entertained. I'm laughing. Like, these guys are hilarious together. Dude, you cannot put Andrew Schultz and 50 Cent in a room together, bro. You can't do that, bro. For, like, everybody catching strays. Like, bro, they are hilarious together, and I can't wait to finish it. But I was just sitting there watching it, and I'm laughing, and they're talking about some of the topics that I wanted to talk about, and I'm just like, wait a minute, I got my own podcast. I'm watching this guy's podcast. I should be using this to take some time and do my own podcast. What am I doing? I mean, what am I doing? Am I part of the game or not? So, uh, so now I'm doing it, and I'm going to try to find a news blooper clip. This was just one clip that I wanted to play, but I can't find it. I'm going to find it. I promise you. Here we go. Oh, found it.
Wow. Okay, Joe. I think you'll know a little bit about this too. A new bacon product might hit the sweet spot.
Hormel is partnering with General Mills breakfast product Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Flavor and he's not going to be able to make it. The black label cinnamon toast crunch bacon will be available at Walmart.
He says cinnamon toast, the C word. That I like. It's funny, man. Like they're on the news, bro. They making mistakes like that on the news. That's the downside of being live, though. Like I can't be live, bro. Like even people be telling me like, Terrell, you should go live sometimes and increase your viewership. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yo, do you know me though? Dude, y'all think that these episodes of this podcast is long already. Y'all ain't seen the stuff that gets cut though. All right, I could talk. I record like almost 2 hours of stuff, and I gotta cut out so much stuff because I done said something crazy. I done said something crazy, and now I gotta cut off, and now I gotta really watch what I say. So, so yeah, that was funny, man. Cinnamon toast, the C word. See, look at me. I'm saying the C word. I don't even want to say the word. Y'all heard it though. Like, that's hilarious, bro. I like let's see, it was another one. It was one where they took the camera off of the lady that was doing the news. And then they cut to her, and she was raising her middle finger up. I can't find it. Hold on. I'm gonna show this one and then I'm gonna get up out of here. Let's see. Let's take a look. See. Here we go.
Live from London, this is BBC News. Britain's former Prime Minister Boris Johnson apologises. Live from London, this is BBC News. Britain's former Prime Minister Boris Johnson apologises.
It's the BBC too. Like, ain't the BBC supposed to be like the professionals? Like, listen, we are very serious about this, about when it comes to news. All right, and she just what I wanted. Because I don't know, like, I can't tell, like, if she was raising a middle finger up at, like, one of her coworkers that's behind the camera or something. Like, maybe he did something or said something, and that was her response to him. Like, she raised her middle finger up at him. And they just cut to her, and nobody told her, like, yo, we about to cut to you. Or maybe they was telling her. Or maybe he was like, we about to cut to you. And she was just like, eh. And then, like, it cut to her. I don't know what that is. Or maybe she was just messing around, just like, had her middle finger up, messing around, and then they cut to her before she could even. They cut to her so fast that it just caught her off guard or something. I don't know. But dude, things like that is funny to me, man. That is hilarious. Hilarious. All right. So that's cool, man. Look, that's it for episode 7. Yeah, because I got work to do. You know, still gotta write today. I gotta finish that 50 Cent interview. That's for sure. And then gotta do some writing today, and then get ready. Yo, the holidays coming up, huh? Christmas is coming up. I don't know if I'm gonna record another. Should I record episode 8 before Christmas? I should do a Christmas episode, huh? Should I? Who knows? We'll see. Maybe. All right. So, but until then, that's it. Like I said, that's it for episode 7. Thank you for watching. If you are watching, if you couldn't get through this whole thing, that's fine. This ain't for everybody. And yeah, man, follow me on Instagram if you want to see some clips and see what's going on in my life and things like that. My life is kind of it gets interesting. My life is it'd be a crazy story. I had somebody tell me before, like, yo, if a camera followed you, dude, it would be like episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and that's no lie. Like, I don't know. It's like I go places and then it turns into this story. But mostly a funny story. Like, I don't know. I just be doing stuff, bro. I just be doing stuff. And my friends have a podcast. A few of them got podcasts, and sometimes they'll talk about me on their podcasts because it just be stories that they just find funny. Like me taking my friend's Emmy and parading it around the parties, making people think that I won the Emmy because I was just testing to make sure, just testing to see if everybody watched the Emmys. And it turns out a lot of people didn't watch it. They really thought I won that. But anyway, all right, that's it. That's it for episode 7. See y'all on episode 8. Thank you for watching. Bye.
You listen to a man trying to come up, until you dumb fucks, why even try to run up? Cause I'm just trying to stack my chips like playing poker till the sun up. I've been all in since the first time I picked my son up. I'm with whatever, and I'ma take this road as far as I can take it. So even if the wheels fall off, I walk to make it. See, you can slow me down, but you can never stop me.